What if I told you that a handful of the wrong nuts could be quietly damaging your brain, heart, and even interfering with your medications? It may come as a shock, but frequent consumption of certain nuts can raise your risk of cardiovascular disease by as much as 48%, especially if you're over 60. This isn't some made-up statistic. It comes directly from research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, conducted over several years with thousands of participants. Here's the truly frightening part. Some of the most popular nuts sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now could be silently increasing your blood pressure, causing dangerous inflammation, blocking your arteries, and even accelerating cognitive decline. Yet millions of seniors eat them daily, believing they're making a healthy choice. One specific nut, which I'll reveal later, contains high concentrations of a toxic substance that, when consumed regularly, can damage your liver, kidneys, and brain function. You probably have this exact nut in your pantry right now. It's the same one that many low-carb diets recommend as healthy, but it could be causing permanent damage to your aging body. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm sharing the most comprehensive guide to nut consumption for seniors, including which ones are safest, best for your heart, and most beneficial for your brain. I'll also reveal which nuts you should absolutely avoid, no matter what health claims you've heard about them. Stay with me until the end, because I'll expose a dark truth about the #1 most dangerous nut that almost nobody talks about, and it could be silently harming your health without you realizing it. Before we dive in, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more potentially life-saving content like this. Also, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. I love connecting with our community from all over the country. Now let's explore the 4 types of nuts that seniors should embrace for better health, followed by the 4 that could be secretly damaging your body with every bite. Let's start with almonds, one of the best foods for an aging body. Almonds are packed with calcium and vitamin E, which work together to keep your bones strong when you need it most. As we age, especially after 65, our bones naturally become more porous and brittle. Fractures that might be inconvenient in younger years can lead to serious complications for seniors. But eating just a quarter cup of almonds daily provides approximately 97 milligrams of calcium to help slow this natural bone loss. What makes almonds truly special is their magnesium content, a mineral many elderly people lack. Think of magnesium as a skilled transporter. It prevents calcium from damaging your arteries and instead guides it to your bones where it belongs. It's like having a personal escort service for this essential mineral. The monounsaturated fats in almonds also support heart health by lowering levels of bad LDL cholesterol. This becomes increasingly important as the risk of cardiovascular disease rises with age. For seniors struggling with constipation, which affects roughly 40% of people over 65, almonds provide about 3.5 grams of fiber per serving, helping maintain regularity without harsh laxatives. Perhaps most impressively, researchers at Tufts University found that almonds help prevent the oxidative damage to brain cells that many fear as they age. Look for almonds with their skins on, as the flavonoids in the skin combine with vitamin E to double their antioxidant power. I recommend seniors consume 15 to 20 almonds daily, preferably raw or dry roasted without salt. Just be sure to chew them thoroughly, as they can present a choking hazard for those with swallowing difficulties. Walnuts stand out as extraordinary brain food for seniors, and it's no coincidence they physically resemble the organ they nourish. These remarkable nuts contain the highest amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acid compared to any other commonly consumed nut. This is crucial for aging brains, as omega-3s help with neurotransmission and maintain the integrity of brain cell membranes. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consumed just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility. These aren't minor benefits. They're the exact cognitive functions that typically decline with age. What sets walnuts apart are their unique polyphenolic compounds that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier and directly fight inflammation in neural tissues. This may help prevent neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia that many seniors fear. Here's something many don't realize. Walnuts contain natural melatonin. Since melatonin levels typically decrease with age, leading to sleep problems for many seniors. Some find that eating a handful of walnuts before bedtime helps them get more restful sleep. The combination of arginine, an amino acid that promotes blood vessel function, and polyphenols that reduce oxidative stress, makes walnuts extraordinarily beneficial for cardiovascular health. They can even enhance the effectiveness of blood pressure medications by helping seniors maintain arterial flexibility. For optimal benefits, store your walnuts in the refrigerator to prevent their delicate oils from becoming rancid, and aim to eat 7 to 9 walnut halves daily. Don't be put off by their slightly bitter taste. That's actually a sign of their powerful antioxidants working for you. As an added bonus, cracking whole walnuts yourself can help maintain fine motor skills, a simple exercise that becomes increasingly important as we age. When it comes to nuts that benefit senior health, pistachios may be the most underrated, especially for controlling blood pressure. What makes pistachios unique is their naturally low sodium content combined with high potassium levels, around 285 milligrams per serving. This mineral balance is particularly important for elderly individuals because it helps prevent the kidneys from retaining excess sodium, which becomes more common as we age. Studies show that regular pistachio consumption can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, similar to some prescription medications, but without the troublesome side effects. This is significant for the 63% of American seniors dealing with hypertension. Pistachios deserve special recognition for their lutein and zeaxanthin content. These carotenoids protect against age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60, by concentrating in the macula of the eye. The vibrant green and purple hues of pistachios aren't just visually appealing. They signal the presence of antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, which accelerate aging throughout the body. For seniors with dental concerns, pistachios offer a distinctive advantage. Their pleasant crunch is firm enough to be satisfying, but gentler on teeth and gums than harder nuts. There's also a practical benefit to pistachios that makes them ideal for elders. The act of shelling them naturally slows down consumption, preventing overeating. The International Journal of Obesity reported that the visible empty shells serve as a visual cue that helps seniors better monitor their intake. Aim for approximately 49 pistachios per day of unsalted or lightly salted varieties. The 3 grams of fiber per ounce is particularly beneficial for the 25% of Americans over 65 who have diabetes or prediabetes, as it helps regulate blood sugar levels. If you have arthritis in your hands but still want to enjoy the benefits and mindful eating experience of shelling pistachios, look for ones that are already partially opened. We've ranked Brazil nuts as the #1 beneficial nut for seniors because they address thyroid function, a critical but often overlooked aspect of aging well. These remarkable nuts are the richest known food source of selenium, with a single nut providing 96 micrograms. That's 137% of your daily requirement. This is critically important because thyroid disorders affect up to 20% of people over 65, yet many cases go untreated as symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging. Selenium, abundant in Brazil nuts, is essential for activating thyroid hormone, which controls energy production, metabolism, and mood regulation. Many seniors attribute their fatigue, weight changes, and depression to aging when the real culprit might be thyroid dysfunction that could be helped with proper selenium intake. Beyond supporting thyroid function, the specific fatty acids in Brazil nuts help maintain myelin, the protective sheath around nerve cells that naturally declines with age. This myelin maintenance may help seniors preserve their reflexes, reaction times, and cognitive processing speeds. What's fascinating about the selenium in Brazil nuts is that it's organically bound, making it more bioavailable and easier for your body to utilize than synthetic selenium supplements. In fact, Brazil nuts are so potent that you only need 1 or 2 daily to experience benefits. Their rich, creamy texture makes even this small amount satisfying. I advise seniors to consume no more than 1 to 2 Brazil nuts daily, as excessive selenium can have adverse effects. When shopping for Brazil nuts, try to find ones still in their shells. This natural packaging preserves their nutrients longer. Store them in the refrigerator to prevent their high-fat content from becoming rancid. Brazil nuts contain a combination of fiber and natural oils that help maintain intestinal regularity, providing an additional benefit for seniors struggling with constipation. Most remarkably, emerging research suggests certain antioxidants in Brazil nuts may slow the natural shortening of telomeres, the caps on chromosomes that typically shrink with age and influence cellular aging. For anyone over 65, these nuts could be the perfect addition to your daily routine. Now, let's turn our attention to nuts that seniors should approach with caution or avoid entirely. We'll start with peanuts, which present several concerns for elderly individuals despite their popularity. First, it's important to understand that peanuts aren't actually nuts at all. They're legumes that grow underground. This makes them susceptible to mold and aflatoxins, mycotoxins naturally produced by certain molds that can damage the liver and increase cancer risk with frequent consumption. As we age, our body's detoxification mechanisms inevitably become less efficient, making this risk even more concerning for seniors. The liver's ability to process toxins diminishes by approximately 1% per year after age 40, meaning an 80-year-old may have half the detoxification capacity of a younger adult. Even without a true allergy, peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammatory responses in many individuals. This low-grade inflammation is particularly problematic for aging bodies already at elevated risk for joint discomfort, cardiovascular stress, and cognitive decline. Most Americans already consume excessive omega-6 fatty acids compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. The high omega-6 content in peanuts exacerbates this imbalance, potentially increasing inflammation throughout the body. Here's something many doctors fail to warn their elderly patients about. The vitamin K in peanuts can dangerously interact with blood thinners like warfarin, which many seniors take for heart conditions. This interaction could render your medication ineffective when you need it most. Commercial peanut butters make these issues worse by adding hydrogenated oils, extra sodium, and sugars, all problematic for aging cardiovascular systems. Even natural peanut butter without added salt can raise blood pressure. Another concern is that peanuts quickly become rancid when not stored properly, producing harmful free radicals. The dry roasting process used for commercial peanuts creates acrylamide, a chemical with potential cognitive damaging effects, especially worrisome for those already concerned about memory loss. Even if you've been eating peanuts regularly without noticeable side effects, switching to one of our recommended nuts even 3 days a week can help you get needed nutrients while reducing exposure to these potentially harmful substances. Cashews pose specific risks to seniors due to their exceptionally high carbohydrate content and glycemic impact. They contain significantly fewer protective compounds and much more carbohydrates, approximately 9 grams per ounce, than true tree nuts. This creates a blood sugar response that can be particularly dangerous for the 25% of people over 65 with diabetes and another 48% with prediabetes. What makes this especially troubling is that cashews enjoy a health halo reputation. So many seniors consume them liberally without considering their blood sugar impact. The smooth, curved shape of cashews presents a choking hazard that shouldn't be overlooked, especially for individuals with swallowing difficulties. They're among the most commonly aspirated nuts among seniors. Nutritionally, cashews are problematic because they contain high levels of oxalates, compounds that can bind to calcium in the digestive tract and reduce calcium absorption. This is a significant concern for elderly individuals already at risk for osteoporosis. The danger increases dramatically after age 60 for those already at elevated risk for kidney stones, as these same oxalates contribute to stone formation. There's another hidden issue with cashew processing. They lose much of their nutritional value during the extensive processing required to remove urushiol, a toxic substance also found in poison ivy. Many store-bought varieties are oil-roasted and heavily salted, adding unhealthy fats and sodium that can worsen blood pressure and cardiac strain. Cashews contain enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with protein digestion, particularly problematic for seniors who already have difficulty digesting food and absorbing protein. Their creamy texture makes them easy to overconsume, potentially contributing to weight gain during a life stage when maintaining healthy weight becomes increasingly challenging. For a healthier option that poses fewer threats to aging bodies while providing superior nutritional profiles, regularly substitute walnuts or almonds for cashews. Despite their delicious flavor, macadamia nuts present significant health concerns for elderly individuals due to their extreme caloric density. They are the most calorie-concentrated nut available, containing roughly 200 calories per ounce. This becomes especially problematic considering that metabolic rates inevitably decline with age, adding stress to the already challenging task of weight management for seniors. By age 70, most people need 20 to 25% fewer calories than they did at 30. Yet macadamias deliver concentrated calories that can quickly exceed these reduced needs. Their extraordinarily high fat content, about 22 grams per ounce, can overtax the gallbladder, which becomes less efficient with age. Macadamias can trigger painful episodes in the 15% of seniors with asymptomatic gallstones that might otherwise remain undetected. Beyond just the calorie count, macadamias have among the highest saturated fat content of any nut, about 3 grams per ounce, which can elevate LDL cholesterol levels, a concern many elderly individuals already monitor closely. Their density and hardness present a serious threat to the oral health of seniors with crowns, bridges, or weakened teeth. This becomes particularly problematic after age 65, when enamel naturally weakens due to years of wear and diminished calcium absorption. From a practical standpoint, macadamias are among the most expensive nuts, which might lead seniors on fixed incomes to purchase cheaper varieties, more likely to be rancid or improperly stored, exposing them to dangerous oxidized lipids. Commercial preparations often worsen their already problematic nutritional profile by adding sodium and damaged fats through oil roasting and excessive salting. Their rich, buttery flavor can lead to overconsumption, particularly for older individuals who may have less sensitive taste buds and prefer stronger flavors. Many seniors consume macadamias believing they're supporting heart health, but research demonstrating nuts' cardiac benefits has largely excluded or minimized high-fat varieties like macadamias. If you've been regularly enjoying macadamias, consider switching to pistachios, which offer a substantially better nutritional profile specifically suited to aging bodies. Pine nuts rank as the most problematic nut for seniors for several compelling reasons specific to this age group. Most concerning is that they contain compounds that interact with over 60% of prescription medications commonly prescribed to seniors. This means these nuts could be reducing the effectiveness of your medications or introducing dangerous side effects without you realizing it. Many medications are known to interact with each other, but this is especially true with statins, certain antidepressants, and blood pressure medications commonly prescribed to those over 65. The truly alarming part? Most doctors and pharmacists never warn their patients about these food-drug interactions. The most disturbing concern is pine nut syndrome, which causes pine nuts to impart a bitter, metallic taste that can persist for weeks after consumption. While this may seem minor, it can have devastating consequences for older adults due to the established connection between taste alterations and decreased appetite and nutritional status. Research shows up to 42% of affected individuals experience significant weight loss, an extremely dangerous outcome for already vulnerable seniors. The syndrome appears more common in elderly populations, possibly due to age-related changes in taste receptors and detoxification pathways. Pine nuts contain high levels of polyunsaturated fats that quickly oxidize and form inflammatory compounds. This poses particular concern for elderly individuals already managing inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slick texture create an aspiration risk, especially worrisome for older persons with swallowing difficulties, or those taking medications that cause dry mouth, a problem affecting more than 70% of seniors on multiple prescriptions. While the body's ability to absorb proteins naturally decreases with age, pine nuts enzyme inhibitors further impede protein digestion during this critical life stage. Their high oil content makes them calorie-dense, contributing to weight management challenges common after age 65. Most alarming, emerging research points to compounds in certain pine nut varieties as potential accelerators of age-related macular degeneration, the primary cause of vision loss in elderly populations. This alone should give any senior serious pause before consuming these nuts. The choices we make about which nuts to eat and which to avoid can profoundly impact health, vitality, and cognitive function in our later years. Remember, it's the consistent application of small changes that produces tremendous results over time. By incorporating beneficial nuts like Brazil nuts, pistachios, walnuts, and almonds into your diet, while avoiding or limiting the potential dangers of pine nuts, macadamias, cashews, and peanuts. You're making a powerful investment in your health. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your health from adding or removing certain nuts from your diet? Which nut has had the biggest impact on your well-being? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about who might be unknowingly harming their health with the wrong nuts. Until next time, here's to making simple, informed choices that protect your health for years to come. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to tell us where you're watching from.